So was I the only one who didn't know that this was the last episode? I was just like, oh, we're wrapping it up? Wow. This was a quick season, right? I don't remember them being this short. Maybe I haven't been paying attention because this season was boring. Let's get into this review. It opens up with Kimbella and Kim meeting to talk about all the issues that the baby mothers are having with Yandy and blah 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 blah. I wasn't really like focused because I just don't understand what that entire scene they never addressed the elephant in the room, which was Kimbella's behind. Like her whole butt was out. That entire scene. And the thing that pisses me off about it was that they used several different cameras and got several different shots. And not one person, one producer, one camera person said, hey, Kimbella's butt is exposed. Maybe we should tell her to fix it and then reshoot or shoot a different angle. Nothing was adjusted. It was her entire butt. So I'm sitting there like, so okay. So I'm supposed to act like I don't see this light skin behind just hanging out on my TV screen. Bella and Kim discuss getting all the baby mothers together so that they can all resolve their issues. And I'm just sitting there like, why are you two involved? Like, it is not your issue. I don't know how Kimbella inserted herself in this. And again, I feel like she did this because she doesn't really have much of a storyline. So it was just like, let me insert myself into this so that I could have some type of storyline to bring me into next season, because it just was not necessary. This whole conversation was not necessary unless the producers wanted to get excessive butt shots. Like, I just didn't understand why this scene was in there. Why we even had to open up with it. It just wasn't strong. Drewski is back. Why? Drewski and Sky are still having issues. Like, he invites her to some event that he's doing in like some hood basketball playground area. You know what? It's not hood. It's New York. New York is one big multicultural hood with like a few gentrified yuppies. Anyway, he invites her down so they could discuss their issues, and then Sky brings her much hotter friend to make Drewski jealous. And guys, I gotta be real with you. I don't care. I did not care about this storyline. Drewski and Sky to me were not interesting enough, and it made me not be as much of a fan to Bianca as I was to her last season, because this whole storyline was just so dry and forced and unbelievable and just irking. I was just, every time they come on the screen, I'm like, ugh, go away. So I don't care. Like, the guy made him jealous. He walked over like he was going to do something. Please, you are, what, 80 pounds soaking wet with change in your pocket? Boy, sit down. You wasn't going to do nothing to that tall Dominican dude. Stop! Ugh, I'm getting frustrated again. Nope. Drewski will not push me out of myself today. No. The devil is a liar. Not today, Satan. We have this cute scene with Cardi and Swift, and they're talking about, well, at least Swift is talking about that he really likes her and he wants to take their relationship to the next level. I like Cardi. I like Swift. I don't believe this. I don't believe this relationship. The thing about it is, Cardi nor Swift are actors, so they just weren't believable. I think they probably should, and I'll recommend this to everyone, or this lady, because I think whoever this person is did great work with Rich Dallas this season. I think if they're going to come back, I don't think Cardi is, but maybe if Swift comes back, go to Rich Dallas acting coach, because whoever this person is, they took him up a notch, okay? He is doing some emoting this season. But I just didn't believe it. Like, they have no chemistry, and I just did not believe this story, so I just was not interested in it. For me and Papoose, I love this couple. I'm telling you, they are my Chrissy and Jim. I love them. Anyway, they have this really cute scene with their kids, and Remy, who was once skeptical about their kids being in the industry, is now impressed with the work that they're doing. So they're all working as a family to collectively get their kids' careers to at least match their mamas or go beyond. So it was just a really cute hood family scene. As someone who was raised in a hood family, I like seeing this couple, because the thing about it is, just because you're in the hood doesn't mean like you're this dangerous person. I think that's the idea of someone who is not a part of it. I grew up in the hood. I'm a product of the hood. I enjoyed it. Like, we didn't have much, but we had family. We had relationships. You know, I live in Los Angeles in a, I guess you could say, a very gentrified area, and we have like a lot of big homes and like mansions, like not too far, like I'm in Studio City, so not too far. Like, you go down the street and you see like these big mansions, and they're beautiful. The landscape is gorgeous. The neighborhoods are really, really nice, but it's no life there. It's no life. And I just remember that's one of the things that I just miss so much about the hood, was that there was family, there was fun, there was life. Block parties, guys, block parties were so much fun. I had a Jamaican neighbor who would come out and he would play a steel drum, and then I had another neighbor, he would come out and he would barbecue. Then the neighborhood would, or the block would get together and buy a bouncy house, and get costume characters to come down to entertain the kids. Then down the street, me and my girlfriends would be playing jump rope, and they would be playing all types of hit music, and we would just be doing the electric slide or Cupid, just having so much fun as a community. That's what I miss. That's what I miss. We didn't have much. The hood don't have much, but we have love, but we have community, and so that's what I liked. That's why I think I like Papoose and Remy Ma so much, because they are from a place that is familiar to me, and they represent somebody like me who came from a place that people are thrown away to, like people who are not, this nation doesn't really care about, or like discarded. And we're not supposed to be good. We're not supposed to have good lives because of the little bit that we're given, but we actually end up doing pretty well for ourselves. So that's what I like about them. They represent like my family in a sort of way, because my parents are hood, but they're lovely people, and they're good people, and they work hard, and they created me, and here we are today. I got really deep. Really deep for this comedic review, but since we're wrapping it up, I just had to, let Remy and Papoose know that there are people who, they represent, they're not just goals. They are a look into the lives of many of us. So thank you, Mona, for putting on some real black love that is unadulterated, unperverted. It's the real deal. It's not, played with, you know what I mean? Like I don't, when they are together, I don't see anything false about it. It's the real thing. It feels real, and I just really like that couple. Yandy and Kimbella meet to discuss Kimbella popping up a little Mandeecees party. And Yandy, I love you, but girl, you cannot lie. You cannot lie. Because Yandy was acting fake shocked when Kimbella told her that she showed up to the party. She was like, what? Girl, no, I can't believe you did that. Yandy, y'all talked about it. She was probably texting you while she was driving there. And then Yandy says this lie. Oh, I pulled up and I heard the commotion and I didn't come. Girl, get out of here. Let me tell you something. If you actually pulled up, do you think them VH1 cameras wouldn't have caught that? Get out of here. You didn't show up. You knew your girlfriend was coming there to fight Samantha, because you know that Kimbella is that hot-head friend that all you got to do is give them a little bit of information and they will set a block on fire. You know exactly what you're doing. You are not fooling me. So anyway, Kimbella tells Yandy that she wants the girls to get together and meet and talk, and that her and Kim are planning to sit down, and Yandy agrees to go, blah, 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 blah. I'm not fooled by your mess, Yandy. I'm not fooled. We're at Powerhouse, and Mariah Lynn and Major Galore performed, and I just have to be honest with you, it was very lackluster. I don't know if what they showed us was what they actually performed at Powerhouse, that maybe this performance was something that they set up to film, maybe for VH1 to film, and maybe there was a real performance, but this performance was horrible. It was very, very lackluster. Even Once Upon a Time was just like it's a good song, and it just was, Mariah Lynn's performance was just a hot mess. The outfit, the hair, the performance, none of it was good. Maybe she's one of the people who are good on the track, but not like performance-wise. I don't know, but I know she loves what she does, so I'm hoping that maybe she gets a little bit more training and take it up a notch, because you can live off that one hit song. Many people have done it. And then Major Galore performs, and she's lip singing in very basic clothing. And this is not an attack on the poor, because hey, I'm in that boat too. It's not an attack on her. It's just you have to get your performance outfits together. And you can go to a Forever 21 clearance section and get a nice bedazzled dress, or go down to Easy Pickings and get some cute, or a Rainbow and get some cute little pumps, so just to get you through until you get to that level. But you have to stop showing up with like a top knot, no makeup, Old Navy t-shirt and some basic flare jeans. Like, what is going on? I was just like, this is your performance at Powerhouse, and she looked so basic. She looked like she was going to go pick up some cigarettes from the corner store. It was not like a performance attire. Like, I felt like Mariah had on too much of a performance attire, and Major Galore had nothing. And then she was lip singing, and then the guy that she was lip singing with or whatever, it looked like a really uncomfortable situation, like when you're at the club and a guy dances with you and you don't want to like you're uncomfortable with it, but you want to deny him, but you don't want to, get shot. So you're just like trying to turn him down nicely. That's exactly what it looked like. This was horrible. Why would Swift allow this to be put on TV? Terrible. Cisco meets up with Mariah Lynn, and they basically have like this. Listen, remember, I'm telling you, if y'all go back and look at last season, Mariah Lynn and Cisco got some chemistry because he like apologizes to her or whatever, and they have this little handshake, and they have this little moment where you can cut that sexual tension with a knife. I was like, ooh, Mariah Lynn and Cisco, the real deal. They are the real deal. I don't think they're playing it up from for the cameras, because I'm telling y'all got to watch last season. When she found out that Cisco was playing her, homegirl's heart was broken, and Cisco knew it because he was watching her. He saw her reaction. Cisco knew he broke her heart, and I don't think he knew that Mariah Lynn loved him like that. I think he knew that they had like a little thing, but I don't think he knew how much she cared for him. But he's figuring it out, and I see them really doing the distance and really making something happen next season and the season to be honest. They both stay on this show. Anyway, Rich Dollars gets upset because he still sprung on Mariah. Let me tell you something. Cisco has done every and anything, but the fact that he still keeps in contact with Mariah Lynn pisses Rich Dollars off, and that makes me believe that he is still sprung on her. Y'all say what y'all want about Mariah Lynn, about her body and her wigs and all that stuff. I come at the wigs too, because girl, you can do better. You live in New York City, the fashion mecca of the world. You can do better. Anyway, in black hair or textured hair mecca of the world, because they know how to do hair there, and I'll say it every time, because when I lived in New York City, I would snatch, my fashions was fly, and let me tell you something, my edges was laid. The Dominican sisters helped me out, okay? I was going back to Philly looking biracial. Anyway, you can say what you want about her, but she got them elderly thugs twisted, because Cisco and Rich Dollars, she got them messed up out of their minds. You go here, Mariah Lynn. You do you. Don't let them tear you down, sis. Build yourself up. But you and Cisco got something. Y'all got something. I can feel it. I I love when light skins get together. This is going to be cute. Then we get Sky and Drewski again. Mona, we didn't need them this much. I know the season is wrapping up, but we did not need them this much in this episode. You should know about the ratings. The viewers are good on them. Anyway, Sky and Drewski meet up, and Drewski surprises her with a car. First of all, Sky, sis, what is going on with the hair in this show? Like, come on. She had these terrible dookie summer camp braids and this gratuitous baby hair. I was just like, girl, what are you doing? You knew, like you had a set list. You knew you had a call sheet. You knew what time you had to show up to set. So you had ample time to get your hair done. I don't know why you walked out the house with that. That looks like the braids that white girls get when they go through a little phase in college. They had sex with a black guy for the first time, and next thing you know, they are super Negro. So they start getting cornrows, and they start getting black girls who really don't know how to braid to do their hair, and the black girls, they charge them like $150 to do horrible braids, but they trying to scam the white girls because the white girls want a bit of their culture so that they can entice the black men a bit more, because the black sperm then turned them all the way out. I've never done that before. I'm just saying, I've witnessed it. Anyway, Drewski surprises Sky with this car, and she gets really excited about it. But he's like, before you get in, you got to delete your number. You got to change your number, because I don't want other guys calling you or texting you or something. And she gets upset, rightfully so, because what you're not going to do is try to get me a gift and control me. He says, I got you this because I don't want you on no bike. And you know what? Anywhere else that would be shade, but let me tell you something. In New York City, a bike or a train pass or a Metro card is much better than a car. You can get to where you need to get to quicker. And in no time, you don't have to be worrying about that traffic. You don't have to be worrying about the hell it is to trying to find parking. So Sky is better off on her little bike. But Drew tried to shade her with that, and she was just like, no, I'm not doing that. You're not going to give me something under like contract stipulations. I'm supposed to be your girl. So she throws water in his face, and she walks away from the car. And you know what? I might just start liking Sky. I don't think her and Drewski are coming back, though. They just weren't that interesting, but I wish they would have started here, because I like this Sky, but it's the last episode, so it's just like, oh well, if she's cut, I don't think I'll miss her. That's sad to say, but it's true. A bit of baby mothers sit down, and they all start to talk about their issues, and Kimbella, of all people, is like conducting the meeting with Kim. And right off the bat, Samantha is just so nasty. Like, her attitude is so disgusting. She's right off the bat, she's saying F you to Mandeecees mama. And I'm just like, honey, I know that you have issues with Mandeecees, and I know you have issues with his mom and his sister, because the point of the fact of the matter is, and we just have to tell the truth here, Samantha wants to be with Mandeecees. She wants that family again, and she's mad at everybody who doesn't support it. She's mad at Mandeecees' mom because she's very close to Yandy. She's mad at Mandeecees' sister because she's very close to Yandy. But if you notice, she's not that mad at Mandeecees because she still wants to do, like, she wants to make her family whole again. Oh, poor thing, but your attitude sucks. Kimbella, like, called Mandeecees, like, a lot of it was blocked out, but the only thing we could hear was, like, bastard. And when she calls him a bastard, the bitter baby mothers are just like, yes, they start to agree with Kimbella. Then Yandy is like, huh? And then Mandeecees' mom is like, wait, screw me. What you say? Screw me. Oh, this meeting went way left. And then we have this confessional scene with Kimbella, and she's just like, if these women just respect themselves and not deal with this no good dude, they wouldn't be in this situation. So, and I agree, right? I agree with what Kimbella is saying, but I just have to be really honest here, Kimbella. We have receipts. You know what I mean? Like, if you, like me, have watched this franchise from the beginning, you remember when Jules was just being all types of a mess on Kimbella. He wouldn't even come on his show, but she would be crying because he's out in the streets doing whatever. So just because your man has finally decided to settle down with you in his old pot belly, not making hits age, now that you guys have finally are on the same page with your relationship, like, now that he realizes that he's in a relationship and wants to be faithful to the mother of his children, now that he's there, you can't get on your high horse and start to talk down about people. You have to stay humble, because you don't know how long this will last, because who knows what's going to happen to him if he starts popping again. You know what I mean? Like, dudes are always different when they're past their glory. You know, when the glory days are done, then they're this nice, sensible, sweet, faithful guy. But a lot of times for a certain kind of man, because I won't put all men in this basket. A lot of times for a certain kind of man, when he is in his glory and when he is in his prime, or if he is still getting that attention that they love and crave and desire, whether it be from fans or from haters or from women who desire them, they are a totally different person. They are never faithful. They are never honest. They are horrible. They're normally horrible people, because they're dealing with some issue where they have to try to fill like this God-sized hole. So they fill it with everything: attention, sex, money, drugs, all types of stuff. But they only seem to get humble or get real or get honest or become faithful when those times have passed them. So Jules is still young enough that his career might just come back. So it's just like, you're on your high horse now, honey, but let him drop a banger. Let's hope and pray, as you know, the daddy that he is now and as faithful as he is to you, that he remains that way, because it may just change in one hit song. Stay humble, stay woke, and get better wigs next season. After everything calms down, after Kimbella, rightfully calls out Mandeecees, everything calms down. And then Samantha makes this comment about Mandeecees' mom. And she says, well, I think she says something like, well, at least I don't have like 4 kids by 4 different baby fathers or something like, because I think somebody said something about Samantha having two kids and 2 different fathers. She said, well, at least I don't have like 4 kids and 4 baby dads. And let me tell you something, that crossed the line with Mandeecees' mama, because she jumped up, she banged the table, and she was like, well, stop asking my son for his sperm. And that crossed the line for Samantha. So she starts jumping up and she's calling her everything in the book, calling her a B and all types of stuff. And I'm just like, this relationship is unrepairable. I don't know how Samantha and her and Mandeecees' mother are going to move forward, because Samantha has said some very terrible things. They have both said horrible things, but I feel like the respect should be more on Samantha's part. And just because I was raised, I don't know if it's necessarily right, but she is just so disrespectful, and she just goes for the jugular, even when it's not called for. And I think she's really hurt. I think she's really, really hurt, because like I said before, a girl who looks like Yandy, I'm not saying that anything is wrong with Yandy, but I'm just saying, like, especially in hip hop, women who are not quite black are like put on the pedestal, you know, because they have a certain type of European or what people consider to be white hair and who consider to be like white features with brown skin. You know, like they love for you to have like white girl hair, white girl features, but you know, a black girl's lips, black girl's behind, black girl's butt, black girl's breast, you know, things like, you know, that ignorant, exotic stuff that those uneducated rappers try to put out there. And I feel like because Yandy is like this, you know, the original system, I feel like that cuts her because she has been fed her whole life that she's better than women like that. And I feel like it cuts her deep that this dark-skinned, you know, 4C hair chick got the man of her dreams, like the dude that she really wants to be with. And I think it cuts her deep. And it also cuts her deep that, you know, in a sense, in her mind, that Yandy is an upgrade. Like, she is successful. She has a bunch of these businesses, and this dude is drooling over her because he knows that he has a catch. So I think it just cuts her all the way around because she knows that she could never be and she could never attain. So it just, so she's so angry. But Samantha, if you just focus on you and what you have doing, honey, you could have a great life too if you stop worrying about a life that is just not going to come to fruition for you. Get out of the vision that you planned for yourself and start looking at not just your reality, but give yourself a new vision and a new hope. You really need to focus on other things because this is making you look, the hatred that you have for Yandy and the fact that you can't have Mandeecees, it's just making you look very ugly and bitter. And I can see that it's pain because, again, like, these people are not actors. But the way she reacts to certain things, it's pain. She's such a scorned woman. And that Erica, you get away from her. She is nutty in the fruitcake. You two together is just toxic. Break that up. But they're both in pain. I just feel like Samantha is more hurt than Erica. I just feel like Erica is there for like a come up. And, you know, she's like, sad to say, and no shade, Erica, it's just like the side chick mentality. They'll do just about any and everything to survive. So if she has to sleep with this guy to get on this show, or if she has to, like, baby up to the, you know, first baby mama, she'll do that. Whatever she has to do to get ahead. It's like that bottom feeder, like a Wall Street, you know, Wall Street trader type of mentality where it's just like survival of the fittest. That's where Erica is. I think she's hurt, but I don't think she's as hurt as Samantha. Like, Samantha, that marriage, whoo, ripped her in two. She is hurt. Anyway, this meeting turns out to be a complete disaster, but we all knew that. We all knew that was coming. All them ladies in the room, nah, we knew that this was going to happen. Anyway, it turns into a complete disaster, and they all go their separate ways, and nothing is resolved. Shocker. So this Creep Squad clothing line, nope. It was basically like the end. Like, no storylines were really wrapped up. Like, they were all doing like these little monologues, but I just didn't feel like a lot of these storylines came to a conclusion. I also feel like the production here shot themselves in the foot with casting way too many people. Love and Hip Hop, the original New York, it was way too many cast members. A lot of them we did not need. I am fine with them recasting. You can bring back some originals. I'm fine with a totally new cast. Like, I feel like it's probably time to shake it up. But I would hope that you guys would keep it down to maybe like half of the amount of cast members that you had this season. And I also think that Remy and Papoose need to have their own show. Like, they need to become like the new T.I. and Tiny because they just have such a pure love and their relationship is so strong that it doesn't have to be like scripted. They're so interesting on their own, so it's not too much that production really has to do. Just turn on the cameras and let them go. But this season was really lackluster. It wasn't really interesting. I'm telling you guys, had it not been for you guys, I probably would have stopped watching this show like episode 4, you know, or whenever Drewski came on, I probably would have stopped watching it. But you guys have just been so fun and giving me all the tea and just interacting. So it's just been fun. Like, I've basically just been doing this so I could have something to talk about when I come here and review the show for you guys. It's basically like I'm that person in the book club who didn't read the book. But I like going because I like the conversations and I like the relationships that I'm making. So thank you for making this Love and Hip Hop book club poppin', because I'm not really interested in the book, but I love the conversations that we have together. So anyway, that was the end of this season. I'm not really looking forward to next season unless they change this cast up and cut down the characters. But I am interested in the reunion because the reunions for these shows are always messy. So I will see you next week or the week after next for the reunion. And please believe I will see you all for Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. Bye, guys.